Sis, answer! I want to share this with you.
What is it? Did something happen?
The letter came from my first choice university.
Have you opened it yet?
No, I was waiting for you. I wanted to open it with you and let you know first.
That's so sweet of you, Tommy. How about you open it on 3?
1, 2, 3. I did it! I got in!
Congratulations, Tommy! Getting into your first choice university on your first try is incredible! I knew you could do it.
I can't believe it. All those nights studying actually paid off.
You worked so hard for this. Mom and Dad would be so proud.
Finally, I can live my dream of moving to New York. All that studying this past year was worth it. I need to start looking for an apartment right away.
Oh, about that. I've already looked into some options.
Really? You've been that confident in me?
Of course, but not for a single person, for a family unit. Actually, I'm planning to move to New York with you. We'll be living together.
What? Why would you do that?
I've been thinking about it for months. I just can't bear the thought of you moving there alone. Since our parents passed away when we were little, it's just been the 2 of us, and I want to stay close to support you. I'm going to transfer to a company there. I'll take care of all the housework like always, so you can focus on your studies.
Don't be ridiculous. I don't want to live with you again. Look, I'm 18 now, legally an adult. I can manage on my own. You don't need to come. Besides, what good would a high school dropout like you be anyway? You can't make it in New York. You're just an idiot.
Tommy, what are you saying?
You have no experience of college or job hunting. You'd just be a burden. There's absolutely no benefit to living with you. I need to make connections with successful people, not be tied down by someone who couldn't even finish high school.
You're right that I dropped out of high school and have no experience with job hunting. But that's because I've been raising you in place of our parents all this time. I dropped out of high school and worked all these years for you. You don't have to be so cruel about it.
What? Are you pissed off because I've been speaking the truth? I never asked you to do that. I could have gotten into foster care.
Is that what you really think? After everything we've been through? I've been doing all of this for you because we're all the family we have left. Of course I'd be upset if you insulted me for that. I think I deserve more than that.
Well, yeah, I'm grateful for you for some things, but I want to make my own way in life from now on. I don't need anyone else. That's why I want to live on my own when I go to New York.
Oh, okay. If you really want that. I'm probably worrying too much anyway.
Yeah, give me a break. Maybe my sister. We've got to grow out of being such a clingy sister. Anyway, I'm going out with friends to celebrate, so I don't need any dinner tonight.
Sarah! I've been trying to reach you all day. How did Tommy's college acceptance go? He got in. Not only that, but he got into his first choice university. He'll be a college student in New York come spring. That's amazing! I remember when he was just a little kid, always saying he'd go to New York someday. I know, and now it's actually happening. He worked so hard studying on his own without any tutors or prep schools. You must be so proud. That's my little brother for you. Though, honestly, I wanted to get him a tutor, but you were already working 3 jobs just to keep up with the bills. Don't be so hard on yourself. Well, it worked out in the end. He did it all on his own. So I guess you'll be heading to New York too then. I'll miss you, but it can't be helped. Let's have dinner together before you leave. Actually, I'm not going to New York anymore. Tommy got angry and told me not to come. What? How's he gonna make it in the city without you? He said a high school dropout would just be a burden, and that an idiot like me has no place in New York. It was such a harsh truth that I couldn't even argue back. No way! That's terrible! I understand him wanting to live independently, but there's a way to say things. Who does he think is making it possible for him to go to college? You're paying for his entire tuition. He doesn't need to know about that. I want him to feel proud of his achievements. Sarah, you've been doing this since your parents died. Always protecting him, never letting him see the struggles. Well, I'm partially to blame for not being able to let go. Besides, I'm happy I get to stay close to you. I'm happy you're staying too, but something about this really bothers me. Tommy's been so ungrateful to you lately. Why is he being such a brat? He thinks he can walk all over you just because he went to high school and college and you didn't? You think so? After all you've done for him. Like during college applications, he acted all high and mighty, saying he could handle it himself without your help, but he totally failed to complete the process properly. Oh, right, I remember. I was too late to mail it in, so I had to fly there to submit it in person. That was quite a panicked weekend. You never even told him about that, did you? Or about selling your mom's jewelry to pay for the application fees? He doesn't need to know those details. What matters is that he succeeded. He relies on you for everything in his daily life, yet acts like he raised himself. It's infuriating. Remember when he got sick last winter? The pneumonia scare? That was terrifying. You stayed up for 3 days straight taking care of him, then went straight to work without sleeping. Any sister would do the same. No, Sarah. Not every sister would sacrifice their own education, work multiple jobs, or put their whole life on hold for their sibling. You need to stop diminishing what you've done. Thanks for getting angry on my behalf. I feel a bit better now. Want to grab dinner tonight? Tommy said he's going out with friends to celebrate. Yes, let's have a ladies' night. Tommy's finally gotten into college and he'll be independent next spring. Let's celebrate your freedom from having to baby the brat. My treat this time, no arguments.
Hey sis, guess who's home? Your genius brother has something amazing to tell you.
Welcome back, Tommy. You seem excited.
I finally got a job offer. I'll be a working adult come spring.
Congratulations, Tommy. Getting an offer so early is impressive.
Well, I am a genius. I'm joining the ranks of the elite at a major corporation.
Wait, a major corporation? Haven't you told me about this? Which company?
Only one of the biggest names in America. The company that gave me an offer is super famous. I'll be working at one of America's top corporations. I'm in a different league from my high school dropout sister now. I'll be living in a luxury apartment as an elite employee. The gap between us will just keep growing.
Different league? It's just a workplace, don't exaggerate. No matter where you work or where you are, you're still my brother.
No, there's now an insurmountable wall between us. I'm going to make tons of money at this big company and live in a luxury apartment. I'll drive an expensive car too. You can't even imagine the world I'll be living in with your low education and poor lifestyle.
Tommy, I understand you're excited about the job offer, but enough with belittling your sister. Calling me poorly educated and impoverished is extremely rude.
But it's all true, isn't it? You're a high school dropout, and that's why you're poor. The very definition of a loser's life. Look at your tiny apartment and cheap clothes.
What did you just say?
Remember when my friends came over last month? They were shocked at how small this place is. One of them actually asked if we were in poverty.
Those friends of yours, the ones with family businesses waiting for them?
Exactly. They're going places in life. I'll never end up a loser like you. I graduated from a good university. I'll work at a good company. I'm going to enjoy the ideal successful life.
Dare you mock my life as that of a loser? Who do you think I've been living so desperately for?
Of course I'm grateful to you. I wouldn't be where I am without your efforts. But you know what? I don't need you anymore. You're useless now.
I'm useless?
Yeah, thanks for everything. Thanks to you, I can live an elite corporate life. But having a dropout sister is embarrassing, so I want you to disappear. Don't bother me.
That company you're talking about? It went bankrupt.
What?
You've been so excited about getting an offer from a major corporation, but you need to wake up from your delusion. The company that gave you an offer is just a subsidiary of that corporation. And just yesterday, that subsidiary went bankrupt.
What? My offer is from a subsidiary? That's impossible. Someone with my education wouldn't mistake some bottom-tier company for the real thing. I did my research.
Did you? Then check the company's address carefully. It might have the prestigious parent company's name, but the address is completely different from the headquarters.
Let me look. This can't be right. What the hell? When I look it up on Google Maps, it shows a small factory.
That's the company that gave you the offer, though it just went bankrupt yesterday.
What? Why? Why didn't I get an offer from there? I thought I got an offer from the major corporation. I never interviewed at a place like that. The building where I had my interview was so fancy.
The interview was near the headquarters, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. I made it to the test and interview on time and did great. I even texted you about it.
You said the test went well and sent me a photo of the commemorative pen they gave you.
Oh, right. I did get something like that. It had the company logo and everything.
But the company name on that pen bothered me, so I looked into it.
Huh? What about the company name?
And I found photos of the same small factory. Looking further, I learned that on that day, both the parent company and its subsidiaries were conducting recruitment at the same venue. I wonder if you accidentally took the subsidiary test instead.
No way. There must be some mistake.
You know, I heard major corporations have really long hiring processes, with up to 6 rounds of interviews before making an offer. But you got an offer after just 1 test and interview. Doesn't that seem odd?
This can't be true. How could I make such a basic mistake? I'm supposed to be the smart one.
That's why I was so surprised when you said you'd be working at a major corporation. I thought you'd be working at the factory, but then yesterday I saw news about the factory going bankrupt. I was worried about your plans, but I guess that's the least of our concerns now.
Why didn't you tell me? That I went to the wrong test. Why didn't you tell me right away?
What?
This is your fault. Until just now, I thought I had an offer from a major corporation. I was feeling on top of the world, and you ruined everything. This wouldn't have happened if you had just warned me. Now I have to start job hunting all over again. This is ridiculous.
Don't you dare blame me. How was I supposed to know you'd make such a mistake? Besides, this is something you should have noticed yourself. You have only yourself to blame.
I'm not normal. I was an unfortunate child without parents raised by my sister. I'm not normal. You should have been watching out for me. You should have noticed. I'm supposed to become an elite.
Excuse me?
It's your fault I didn't notice, because you didn't raise me properly. That's why I made such a basic mistake. If you had been a better guardian.
A better guardian? I gave up everything for you. And you're the one who said that you didn't need me around because you were already an adult. You said that I was useless.
Shut up! I did nothing wrong. Besides, it's your fault I even have to job hunt in the first place. None of my friends are job hunting.
Really?
All my friends have jobs lined up by their parents. My doctor friend will work at his family's hospital. Another's taking over his family's business. I was the only one job hunting. Do you know how humiliating that was?
Seems you've made quite wealthy friends.
Don't say it like that. It's your fault my job hunt failed. If you're going to act like a parent, you should have prepared a job for me too. As my guardian, you should have arranged for me to become an elite.
That's enough, you idiot. Stop it. You pushed Sarah away yourself, and now you're trying to blame her for what you brought on yourself. How long are you going to depend on her to carry you and tend to every little thing you do? You're just being spoiled. Grow up.
You can't talk to me like that. Who even are you? You're not my sister.
Remember me? I'm Michelle, your sister's best friend. I used to play with you when you were little. I used to bring you candy and help you with your homework.
Michelle, of course I remember you. But why are you butting in suddenly? This has nothing to do with you. I'm trying to talk to my sister.
It has everything to do with me. I've been watching Sarah all this time. I've been supporting her, cheering her on as she tried so hard to be your guardian. Do you know how many nights she cried, worried if she was doing enough for you? You don't know how much she's given up for you. All the things she wanted, the dreams she had, everything, just to make you happy. And this is how you repay her.
She cried?
And now this? I'm sad and frustrated. You don't even know how much she sacrificed for you. As Sarah's best friend, I can't watch this injustice anymore. Do you know what she did when you got sick last winter?
What do you mean?
She sold her laptop to pay for your medicine. She's been doing all her work on her old phone ever since.
Shut up. Outsiders should just stay out of this. Besides, if she sacrificed herself, that was her choice. I never asked for that. I never told her to do anything like that.
You're right. Just as it was her choice to take the hard road, it was your choice to push her away. Whether you mistakenly got an offer from a small company or it went bankrupt due to poor management, that's the path you chose. It has nothing to do with Sarah. If you have a problem, take it up with yourself.
Well...
And watching this exchange, there's one thing I absolutely need to say.
What?
Don't blame your upbringing, you idiot. If anything, you're more privileged than most college students. Sarah's paying all of your college expenses, isn't she? Not just that, but your rent, utilities, everything for your life in New York, she's paying for all of it. Isn't she? You haven't felt the need to get a part-time job while you were at college because she was providing more than enough for you.
So what? That's what a guardian should do. That's normal.
No, it's not, you idiot! I have both my parents, and they both work normal jobs. They let me go to college and gave me freedom when I told them I wanted to move out of this small town, but they only paid half my tuition. I had to work part-time for the other half. For my life in New York, I had to take out student loans.
What? You took out loans? How stingy are your parents?
They're not stingy. That's normal. 1 in 2 college students take out loans and makes the rent using that money and the money they make from part-time jobs. Most students work part-time jobs. Most students share apartments with roommates to save money.
Really?
You have your own apartment, a monthly allowance, and no student debt. Do you know what Sarah does to afford that?
I never asked.
She works 3 jobs. 3! She's a shop manager during the day, does bookkeeping in the evenings, and writes content on weekends. She hasn't taken a vacation in years.
I didn't know.
Everyone's situation is different, but you should realize how fortunate you are to have all your expenses covered. Learn to appreciate how privileged you are.
Even if you say that, none of my friends took out loans.
You mean your doctor and business owner friends? If you can only judge based on such a narrow world, even if you had taken the real corporate headquarters test, you would have failed. There's no merit in hiring such an idiot.
What did you say?
Your sister Sarah is truly amazing. Don't you dare come near my precious best friend again. If you come back home, I'll chase you away with a metal baseball bat. I'll press you flat in the factory's metal press.
What?
I'm sorry, Tommy. Michelle gets a bit extreme when she's worked up.
Was Michelle always this scary?
Actually, we've been drinking since lunch today. That's probably why she's being so aggressive. We were celebrating my birthday with champagne she bought for me.
Oh, today is your birthday?
Yes, I'm 37 today. Time flew by while I was desperately working to raise you and keep you happy, and now I'm almost 40. But you completely forgot my birthday. Maybe we really aren't family anymore. Not if you don't care about celebrating my birthday with me.
What are you saying?
Do you remember what today used to mean to us? Every year after Mom and Dad died, we'd go to that little cake shop near the station. You'd always insist on buying the cake yourself with your allowance money.
I remember.
The owner would give you extra strawberries because you were so polite. You'd always say, "These are for my sister. It's her special day." That feels like such a long time ago. It really was years and years ago. I don't even remember the last time you said happy birthday to me. Hey, Tommy, we should probably separate completely and get on with life without each other. Let's each live by our own strength from now on.
What's that supposed to mean? You're not saying you're cutting ties with me, right? I mean, I'm your only family.
And that only family can't keep depending on me forever. Family is supposed to support each other.
That's...
Tommy, remember what you said when you moved to New York? That you'd pave your own way? Well, live up to those words. Try making it on your own. Goodbye, Tommy. Please consider me gone from your life.
Wait! Don't go! I need to say more! I'm sorry for saying all those horrible things. I'll apologize, so please don't go! Don't say such lonely things.
Lonely? I'm not lonely. I have Michelle, my coworkers, my life that I built while taking care of you.
Please! Are you really planning to cut ties with me? I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'll apologize. Please, can't you at least answer my messages? Sis, please help me. I'm in serious trouble. I'm really desperate. I managed to graduate college, but my life is over.
What do you mean your life is over? I usually ignore your messages, but this is actually pretty worrying.
I knew it. You wouldn't abandon me when I'm really in trouble. You'll come help me, right? You always help me when things get really bad.
I didn't say I'd help. First, tell me what's going on. What's this about your life being over? Don't say something like that.
Well, after that, I failed at job hunting. I graduated college, but I've just been working part-time jobs. Convenience stores, restaurants, anything I could get.
I heard about that through the grapevine. It must be tough, but I heard you were managing.
Only for the first month, but gradually I started feeling pathetic. My friends are working as doctors and future CEOs, while I'm just a part-timer. The same friends who used to admire me in college now barely return my calls.
And?
Wanted to escape that life. I got involved in a certain job.
What kind of job?
They said they paid me $100,000 for one job. Just one night's work, they said.
That sounds like something illegal. Did you do it?
I got scared and backed out at the last minute. When I saw what they wanted me to do, I couldn't go through with it.
Thank goodness. You managed to stop yourself.
But it's not good at all. I borrowed money from those people, and then I ran away. Now scary people are after me. If they catch me, they'll beat me up. Maybe worse.
Why did you borrow money from people like that? Even if you were struggling, there are legitimate loan companies.
I'm blacklisted and couldn't borrow from them anymore. I got into revolving credit card debt. It piled up until I couldn't make the payments. The interest just kept growing.
You're kidding. How did you get involved in all this? This isn't like you, Tommy.
I couldn't help it. I'm still friends with my college buddies, but I can't show up just wearing a t-shirt when everyone else is in nice suits. I want to hang out looking sharp like them. I had to do it so that they hang out with me.
So you got into revolving debt for such pointless vanity, and then turned to shady jobs.
You don't understand how it feels. Every time we meet up, they're talking about their new cars, their luxury apartments, their vacation places.
And you couldn't just be honest about your situation? Tell them you're working hard and starting from the bottom?
They'd look down on me. Just like I look down on you. Please, help me. For now, I just want to pay back what I borrowed from the scary people. Then they'll stop chasing me. Please lend me $40,000.
I can't. I can't lend you anything anymore. Sorry, but you'll have to figure this out yourself.
But this is different. These aren't normal debt collectors. They're dangerous people. They know where I live.
Then go to the police.
The police? But I have to tell them everything.
Yes, everything. Take responsibility for your choices.
But
this is the path you chose, right? Then find your way forward with your own strength. Goodbye, Tommy. I hope someday we can meet again when you've become a proper person.
Wait, please. Just one more chance. I'll change, I promise.
You know, Tommy, I always wondered if I did the right thing raising you alone. Maybe if you'd gone to a proper family with 2 parents and a stable home.
No, don't say that. You were the best sister anyone could ask for.
But I couldn't teach you the most important thing. How to be a responsible adult. That's my failure as your guardian.
It's not your failure, it's mine. Please, just help me this one last time.
Sometimes helping means letting go. Goodbye, Tommy. After that, it seems Tommy got scared and turned himself into the police asking for help. While it was good that he backed out of the shady job at the last minute, he had apparently already been involved in some illegal activities and was arrested on the spot. In place of me, who cut ties with him, my best friend Michelle visits Tommy regularly in prison, and she laughs, saying, "He was crying and apologizing about you, but it's too late now." According to her, he's finally starting to understand the value of honest work, taking classes and counseling in prison. Tommy sends me letters sometimes, but I haven't opened them yet. Maybe someday. When he's truly learned to stand on his own feet. We can be a family again. But for now, this distance is what we both need to grow. I'm truly grateful to Michelle, who has always been there to support and cheer me on throughout everything. She says I've started smiling more lately. Maybe she's right. It feels like a weight has been lifted, knowing I did everything I could as a sister. When I visit our parents' grave now, I can tell them with confidence, I raised him the best I could. The rest is up to him.